Stevenage are your new leaders over in League Two, of course, as they tip the top of the table ahead of the likes of Leyton, bloody Orient. But can they actually maintain the distance at the top of the table? We're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Perhaps getting a prediction video today. We look forward to League 2 action, of course, and it is match day number, 15, of course, over in League 2. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. Of course, if you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe and magnet all things League 2 related, Bradford Rose related, Woo Cup related, later this year. Goodness gracious me, that's right. Stevenage, of course, Steve Evans is Stevenage, tip the top table, 2 points clear now over Leyton Orient. But they do have a game in hand, Leyton Orient, of course, to close the top, of course, maybe regain the lead. Of course, with Northampton, Salford and Mansfield breathing down their necks. Of course, can they actually do it? We'll take a look at it, all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But let's get into it, of course, and have a little look at what we're talking about, of course, as the games are rapidly coming up against us, of course, as the weekend draws near. So let's take a look at how we all got on last time around. Now, there may have actually been some games midweek, so we'll talk about those when in just a second, of course. But let's recap, of course, the weekend's action right here, right now. Of course, kicking it all off with a Barrow against Mansfield. Ended up as a 1-0 win for Mansfield. I went with a 2-0. Not too shabby there. Meanwhile, Bradford with a 1-0 loss against Stockport. Big result for them on the road. 2-0 win for me, going the other way. Colchester with a big win over Harrogate, 2-1 win. I went with a draw. Crewe also with a draw against Gillingham. I went with a 2-1 win. Doncaster with a draw, but I went with a win. Goodness gracious me, what a shambles. Stevenage 2-0 demolition job of Swindon Town. Got the one bang on the nose. Walsall 3-1 win over Wimbledon in the battle of the W's, of course. I went with a draw. Grimsby with a 3-0 win over Crawley. Costa managed job, that one. 2-1 win for me. Hartlepool with a 3-1 loss against Carlisle. Big win for them as they climb the table. Newport County also sacked their manager. Rowsbury's gone. Whatever his name is. 1-0 win for Rochdale. 2-1 win for me the other way. Northampton with a loss as well against Salford. I went with a 3-1 win. And then Tranmere with a 2-0 win over Sutton United. Again, I did pretty shit. Pretty ass just there. So not great for me as of course the week comes. Of course, there wasn't any midweek games, just want to let you know. But of course, this is what the table does look like. Stevenage lead the charge. Leyton are in second. Then Northampton have Salford also have a game in hand. They could close it in a little bit on the automatic spots. Mansfield, Bradford, and then Carlisle are up there. Oh, goodness gracious me. With Crawley, Rochdale going down. Crawley are in a bit of a pickle. I did call it, lads. I did call it. Harrogate, Hartlepool, and then, of course, the chasing pack. That's, of course, state of play there. What about our own little prediction league? Well, take a bloody bow, you guys. Oh, I remember with 7-piece there. Jimmy Watton, Shane O'Donnell with a 6-piece, and then the chasing pack. Now, I believe that's right. Let me know if I'm wrong, because I was a little bit all over the place as I prepared for this video. I was trying to get everything ready the night before, and then I realised that the table was already updated. So I'm just want to make sure that this is right. But anyways, the overall leaderboard, again, according to my numbers, Alex Well has 72 points. Jimmy Watton, of course, in second. Owen A, he's okay in second/third, and then the chasing pack as well. So let me know, of course, how you get on. Make sure you smash your subscribe. If you see your name in that list, make sure you smash your subscribe. But of course, we are looking forward to the next round of games, which of course are coming at you very, very fast indeed. So let's take a longer look at them as, of course, we get a little bit nearer the kickoff. So here are just the link, actually, before we get in amongst it. It is free, County4 League 2. Get in there. I'll see you next time around. But these are the games, of course, coming out this weekend. Let's take a look at it, of course, kicking it all off on Friday, actually. Friday, October 14th, tomorrow. So waste not getting amongst it. Get your name in there, of course, before kickoff. It is Tranmere, it is Crewe, played each other 23 times since 1997. 11 wins for Tranmere, 9 wins for Crewe. We've got 3 draws. Tranmere, they're winning 5 of the last 6. 83% form for them right now because Crewe just 1 win in the last 6. 42% form for them. However, just 1 defeat past 5. A lot of draws knocking around though for Crewe. Last round, though, Tranmere was a 1 win for Tranmere back in March 2019. It's been a while, guys. Meanwhile, Crewe with a 1 win draw against Gillingham, back-to-back draws for them. Meanwhile, Tranmere with a 2-0 win over Sutton United. Of course, their only defeat recently is the loss to Leeds in the Football League North Trophy, whatever it is. They lost to Leeds reserves on that one. But the bookies odds for this one, 11-10 on is your Tranmere. We've got 25 draw, 10-3 is your away win. But way back in Tranmere here with a 2-0 win for them. 3 points in the bag. And of course, that could actually see them go up as high as 6 into the playoffs, at least for 24 hours. None the same. Harrogate against Hartlepool in the battle of the H's, of course, coming out to this Saturday. Played each other 10 times, 2-11. 5 wins for Harrogate, 4 wins for Hartlepool, and we've got 1 draw. Harrogate, though, 8% form for them without a win in the last 10 matches. Up against the Hartlepool side, just 1 win in 6, 33% form for them. However, just 1 defeat plus 4 if you want to look at it a different way. They've drawn a couple of games in that mix. Last time around, over in Harrogate, it was a 2-1 win for Hartlepool back in March 2022. Hartlepool unbeaten against Harrogate over the last couple of occasions. But of course, they come just on the back of that 3-1 loss against Carlisle. Harrogate with a 2-1 loss against Colchester. The odds here right now, we've got Harrogate 5-4 for the 23-10 is your Hartlepool. 23-10 is the draw. I'm back in for a draw here. 1-1 apiece. Keith Gill trying to save the season of Hartlepool United. Can he do it? We'll see. Mansfield against Walsall over at Mansfield. Played each other 8 times. Done 6-3 was for Mansfield, 2 for Walsall, 3 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat past 6 for Mansfield right now. 75% form for them. Up against the Walsall side. Unbeaten the last 3 now, 42% form as they climb the table once again. 14th for Walsall, 5th for Mansfield. They played each other last round at Mansfield. It was a 2-0 win for Mansfield back in January 2022. Walsall with a 3-1 win over Wimbledon. Mansfield with a 1-0 win over Barrow, of course, heading into this. The odds are right here. And 10-7 on is your Mansfield. 30-5 is your 92 is your away win here. Back in, of course, Mansfield. Of course, we are 2-0 win for them. 3 points in the bag, and of course up and at them. Carlisle against Doncaster over in Carlisle now. Of course, played 12 times. They've done 3, 6 wins apiece. It's placed, 6 wins for Carlisle, 5 for Doncaster, 1 draw. Of course, Carlisle, they're unbeaten in the last 6 games, 83% form for them. Up against the Doncaster side without a win, 58% form for them heading into this. Last round, they're over in Carlisle was in the FA Cup, 2-1 win it was for Doncaster back in November 2020. Meanwhile, last time played in the league in Carlisle, 2-1 for Carlisle back in February 2017. So it's been a few years. Meanwhile, Doncaster with a couple of a few games now without a win. They lose to Barnes in the Football League Trophy just midweek. As for Carlisle with a big 3-1 win over Hartlepool. That was, of course, back on the weekend. Of course, looking at the odds right here, right now, we've got Carlisle coming at you 11-10 for the victory, 30-5 draw, and 3-1 as your away win. I am back in, of course, Doncaster on the road. Surprise, surprise. But, of course, I didn't realise how good Carlisle are at the moment. Crawley Town against Newport County. I think both sides are managerless. Let me know, of course, if that's been changed. But the 17 times in 2010, 7 was for Crawley, 6 wins for Newport County. We've got 4 draws. Crawley now with 5 defeats on the spin, 17% form up against the Newport County side. Just 1 win and 6, 25% form for them heading into this. Last time around, they're over at Crawley. It was a 1-1 draw back in November 2021. Meanwhile, Crawley with a 3-0 loss against Grimsby. Newport County with a 1-0 loss against Rochdale. Back-to-back games now without a goal for Newport County. The odds, though, 11-5 is Crawley, 5-4 is your Newport County, 12-5 is the draw. Newport County are in 18th. Crawley are rooted to the foot of the table. I do think Newport County will get a win. New manager bounce, maybe. And, of course, and away they go. Gillingham up against Stevenage, of course, the leaders. That's right. Played the 6 times to 11. 3 was to Gillingham, 2 was to Stevenage, and 1 draw. Gillingham, though, unbeaten now in the last 5. 67% form for them right now. Up against the Stevenage side, unbeaten in the last 5. Actually won. They've won the last 5 on the spin. 83% form for them heading into this. Last time around, they're over in Gillingham in the league. It was a 3-2 win for Gillingham back in November 2013. It's been a long, long time. Stevenage over the 2-0 win over Swindon. Back-to-back clean sheets for them. Gillingham with a 5-4 win over Colchester in the Football League Trophy South. Of course, the odds right here right now, 60-5 is your Gillingham, 5-2 is your 11-10 on is your Stevenage. They are the leaders. And I'm going to give it to them as well. 2-1 win for them on the road. 3 points in the bag, and that should be top spot remained no matter what goes on between this game. What a zinger it is. It's second up against third over at Bisburn Road. That's why I played each other 22 times, 2003, 6 wins for Leyton Orient, 9 wins for Northampton Town, 7 draws. Leyton Orient just 1 defeat by 6, 75% form. Against Northampton Town side, 1-3 and lost 3 of the last 6, 50% form for them heading into this. Last time around, they're over at Leyton Orient. It was a 4-2 win for Northampton Town back in April 2022. Of course, the visitors with the 1-0 loss against Salford. Back-to-back games now without a win, and back-to-back games now without a goal. Leyton Orient with a draw against Doncaster over at the Keepmoat. That was, of course, just last weekend. The odds here, 2019 on is your Leyton Orient, 23-10 is your draw, 3-1 is your away win. Could go either way. Going to go with a 2-2 goal, 2-2 draw, 4 goals in it. A thriller at Brisbane Road. Of course, Rochdale against Barrow, of course, in Northwest Crunch class. Played each other 3 times, 2017, 2 was Rochdale, nothing for Barrow, and 1 draw. Rochdale now winning 3 of the last 4, 50% form for them. Up against the Barrow side without a win in 4 now, 33% form for them as their realisation strikes. Last time around, over in Rochdale, it was a 0-0 draw back in March 2022. Meanwhile, Barrow with a 1-0 loss against Mansfield. Rochdale with a 1-0 win over Newport County, of course. Yes, indeed. Let's take a look at the odds right here. 31-20 is your Rochdale, 70-10 is your Barrow, 12-5 is your draw. I'm back in Rochdale with a 1-0 win for them at home over at the Spotlands. Next, of course, we have Salford City against Bradford City. Another bit of a zinger, of course. Salford are in 4th. Bradford are in 6th. Played each other 6 times in 2019. 4 was the Salford, 1 for Bradford, and we got 1 draw, of course. Salford, though, without a win in actually 1 defeat past 6 for them, 75% form for the hosts up against Bradford side. Back-to-back defeats for them, 58% form for them heading into this. Last round, over in Salford, it was a 1-0 win for Salford back in September 2021. Salford, though, with a 1-0 win over Northampton Town. That was last weekend. Bradford with a 1-0 loss against Stockport County. Of course, the odds here, 6-5 is your Salford, 9-4 is your away win, 12-5 is the draw. Back in Salford with the win here, 2-1 for them, and that, of course, could push them into the top 3 with a game in hand. Stockport County up against Grimsby Town, of course, locking horns over in Stockport this coming weekend. Played it 24 times in 1998. 11 wins for Stockport, 6 wins for Grimsby, and we got 7 draws, of course. Stockport, though, 1 win and 6, 33% form for them. Up against the Grimsby Town side, won 3 of the last 6, 58% form, of course, for Paulhurst boys. Last round over in Stockport, it was a 4-0 win for Stockport back in December 2021. This was in the FA Trophy. Last time played in the league was in the National League. And that was, of course, a 0-0 draw back in August 2021. Grimsby with a 3-0 win over Crawley. Stockport with a 1-0 win over Bradford. Both sides coming to it on the back of a win and a clean sheet. 6-5 on is your Stockport County. 30-5 is your draw. 10-3 is your away win. I'm going with a 1-0 home win for Stockport County, and that could actually see them go as high as, 14th in the table. Kicking off forward Swindon Town against Colchester United. Of course, going over at Swindon. Played each other called in my eyes 32 times. 2003, 10 wins for Swindon, 15 wins for Colchester, and 7 draws. Of course, Swindon, though, 50% fall for them. 1-3 and lost 3 of the last 6. Colchester, though, 2 wins for the last 6, 33% fall for them heading into this. Last time around, though, in Swindon, it was a 2-1 win for Colchester back in November 2021. That was in the EFL Trophy knockout stages last season. Last time played in the league in Swindon was a 0-0 draw back in September 2021. Gillingham, though, did beat Colchester in the FA Trophy, or whatever the heck it's called, the windscreen shield shit, whatever it is. And meanwhile, Swindon with a 2-0 loss against Stevenage. That was, of course, on the weekend just gone by. The odds here, 11-10 is your Swindon, 13-5 is your away win, and 12-5 is the draw. Back in Swindon to win here, 2-1 win for them. 3 points in the bag, and then wrap it up. It will be Wimbledon. It will be Sutton United, of course. And it'll, of course, take place on Saturday. Now, these two sides have played each other 3 times in 2017. Nothing for Wimbledon, 2 for Sutton, and 1 draw, of course. Sutton United, without a win in 5 now. In fact, 5 defeats on the spin, 17% form for them. Up against the Wimbledon side, just 1 loss in the last 4, 40% form for them as they try to climb the table themselves. Of course, last time around over at Wimbledon was a 1-0 win. Actually, it wasn't a 1-0 win. It was a 3-1 win for Sutton United back in January 2017. It was in the FA Cup. They never played each other in the league, so this will be the first time for that. Meanwhile, Sutton United with a 2-0 loss to Tranmere, back-to-back games without a goal now, as they're struggling a little bit. Meanwhile, of course, Wimbledon with a 3-1 loss against Walsall in the Battle of the W's. The odds here, we have Wimbledon actually 6-4 for the victory, 7-4 is just Sutton, and 12-5 is the draw. Back in Wimbledon with a 1-0 win and another goalless affair for Sutton United. That's, of course, my take on it. Be sure to get your own take on it as well. And if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. It'll be Stevenage leading the charge, 4 points clear over Leyton with a game in hand. That's Leyton with a game in hand. Northampton into 3rd, will remain in 3rd, with Salford into 4th spot. Going down, Crawley, Harrogate Town at the moment, but it could all change very, very soon. That's, of course, my take. Be sure to use the link here, cut League 2, and we'll see how you get on, like me, next weekend, of course. But until then, make sure you smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, smash the little bell. We'll be back, of course, with some more action very soon. But until then, guys and girls, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you soon for the next one.